Chad, you missed one.
Oh, okay, got it. Thanks.
You don't have to thank me every time. You know, if quality goes down, we both look bad.
You're right. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Heck, I eat these burnt chips all day.
You'd be surprised how quick you get sick of them. And you can call me Lizzie. We're peers here. I'm not your boss.
Okay. So, how am I doing?
Well, for your second day, pretty good. You know what happened to the last person who had your job, right?
Well, Eddie on the loading dock told me the guy got sucked into the conveyor belt and they found pieces of his body in 10 different bags of barbecue chips.
Nobody gets sucked into the conveyor belt, Chad.
And he said that machine's called the chipper. He said we lose some guy down here every couple of years, so I better be careful.
He said that, huh?
He said Lizzie's the only one that's safe down there. That machine don't want her.
Well, I ain't exactly Eddie's favorite person.
No, he said that he likes you. It's just that he thinks...
What? It's okay, I can take it.
He thinks you need a boyfriend?
Oh, is that how he put it?
I don't remember exactly how he put it.
That's okay. I know Eddie well enough to know exactly how he put it. Now, about this nonsense about the chipper, let me show you something. You see? Just a little extra pressure, and it stops cold. It's totally safe.
Did they change that after the guy got killed?
Nobody got killed, Chad. At least, not here anyway. Look, Eddie bullshits all the time, especially with new people. So if he tells you anything about anything, you come double check it with me, okay?
Okay, thanks.
That you can thank me for.
What about that sign in the warehouse?
What sign?
Well, the one that says, so many days since our last workplace accident.
I don't go to the warehouse often. That must be new.
Well, yesterday it said 8 days since our last workplace accident.
Well, 8 days back from yesterday would be... Yeah, there was an incident.
Well, you were going to tell me about the guy who had my job. Was that him?
Her.
Her?
Yeah. Maria.
What happened?
She didn't come back from her lunch break. And when they found her, she was next to the dock, and a pallet of Yukon Golds had fallen on her.
Was she dead?
Yeah. They said it looked like a forklift had been operating improperly.
Did you see her?
No, I didn't know what happened until the line stopped suddenly, and a couple cops came by and started taking statements from people.
So what happened?
We don't know exactly. All the guys down on the dock said they were somewhere else when it happened. And right now they're calling it death by misadventure.
What does that mean?
It means unless they turn up something else, they're going to say that she had no business being down there and she was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, does anyone think it was, murder?
I'm in no place to point fingers. And I wouldn't use the M word if I were you. It gets some people upset.
Well, what did the boss say about it?
Mr. Richard? Well, he made a nice speech to us the next day. It was very sad. He also told us to stay in our own departments unless we were formally asked to work elsewhere.
But I have to walk through the loading dock to get here.
Oh, it's fine. They understand. Just do it.
So, they hired me to replace Maria?
Yeah.
Well, were you too close?
Yeah, we were pretty tight. She was here for about 1.5 years. Yeah, she was a good one.
I'm sorry. Maybe we should talk about something else.
That's a good idea. No, I'm here to get you trained, so don't hold back on the questions.
Does Mr. Richard ever come down here?
Oh, yeah, you'll see him down here like 2-3 times a week. You didn't meet him yet?
No. Am I going to?
Well, yeah, he wants to know everyone who works here.
Oh, jeez! What do I say to him?
You should just say, hi, nice to meet you, like you would with anybody else.
But he's not anybody else. I mean, if I say the wrong thing, he could fire me on the spot.
Listen, when I was working down here about a month, Richard came by and his fly was open.
You mean like...
I mean like zipper all the way down.
Could you see anything?
Just a flash of tighty whities, that's all.
So what did you do?
Well, when he was about 5 feet away, I said, hey, Richard, your barn door's down and the hay's coming out.
You get mad?
I'm still here, ain't I? He turned away, zipped himself up, and then just nodded when he walked by.
Well, you didn't get in any trouble?
No. Hey, I did him a favor, and he knew it.
But what if he doesn't like me?
Who cares? I've been working here for 8 years. I don't know if he likes me. But I come here, do my job, and then I go home and I don't think about this place for 12 hours.
Well, is this the kind of work you wanted to do?
No. This isn't what I wanted. I wanted to be married and be a stay-at-home mom. But my husband had other plans.
He divorced you?
No, I divorced him.
Oh.
He made it clear there were other women he'd rather spend the night with. So I just made it official.
So did you get custody of the kids?
We just had one kid. My daughter, Jamie. He got custody. He had a better lawyer, and I made some mistakes.
But you still see her, right?
Oh, yeah, all the time. She's doing great. She's starting to pick out colleges. She wants to be a lawyer herself.
That's good, right?
Sure. The world could use more good lawyers. I know I could have. Well, what about you? What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really worked anywhere. I mean, I've had like summer jobs cleaning up city parks, but this is like the first regular job I've actually had.
Oh man, no wonder Eddie glommed onto you. Do you have a girlfriend?
Not right now, no.
But there's somebody you like.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of hard to take a girl out when you don't have any money.
So that's why you took this job.
Yep.
But what do you want to do?
What do you mean?
Well, like, I don't know, mechanic? Firefighter? Landscape designer? You know, like a profession.
I don't think so. I mean, don't you have to have like a GED to do that kind of stuff?
Well, you do have to learn your trade somewhere.
I just want to work somewhere. I mean, I'm not so good with learning stuff.
Oh, now, who told you that?
Oh, my folks, my guidance counselor.
That's nonsense. You can learn anything you want.
Well, what about you? You said you've been here 8 years. Is this what you wanted to do?
That's different. I don't have all the options you have.
Is it because you're older?
Older? No. It's just that people don't always want to hire an ex-con. Hey, Richard! How are you today?
Oh, very well. How are you, Elizabeth?
Crunching along. Have you met the new guy?
That's exactly why I swung by here today. You must be Chester.
I go by Chad.
Chester, really?
I officially want to welcome you to Big Richard's Potato Chip family. Remember our slogan, when hunger hits, eat a bag of Big Richards.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir.
And when you get a break, pop by my office, both of you. The wife sent me here with a pile of her famous cheese curds. They're the best you'll ever have. If I could mass produce them, I would.
Wouldn't miss him, Richard.
Thank you, sir.
I'll see you two later.
Hey, Chester?
Hey, Elizabeth.
Who names their kid Chester nowadays? Do you know, I think you're the first Chester I've ever met in my life.
It was my dad's name.
So you're Chester Jr.?
Yes. In grade school, I used to go by Chester Jr., but once I got to high school, nobody knew who I was, so I started going by Chad.
I gotcha. By the way, don't get too excited about those cheese curds. You have to microwave them like 30 seconds to eat them. Let's just say they don't travel well.
Okay. What's with him and these proper names? Elizabeth.
Oh, Richard doesn't like nicknames. It's a personal thing.
Gotcha.
So you didn't finish high school?
Wasn't working out so good. I just started going less and less until one day I stopped pretending and told my mom I wasn't going anymore.
Was she mad about it?
I'm not sure. I mean, she just said, I knew you weren't going. I knew you were never going to graduate.
Look, I know we just met, and maybe I don't have the right, but your mom sucks.
I know, but she was right.
She doesn't have to be right. You're like, what, 18?
And a half.
Oh, you're like half my age. And I'm not old, by the way. You're an articulate young man with the whole world in front of him. You want to be something else, learn something new? It's right there. Just dream it and do it.
Well, thank you.
I'm not sure about much, but I'm sure about that.
Can I ask you why you're an ex-con? I mean, you brought it up.
Aggravated assault and attempted vehicular manslaughter. Oh, and drunk driving at the same time.
Against who?
Against a young lady, a very young lady, who was getting out of my husband's car.
Right. Gotcha.
He said he was tutoring her. I was there for 20 minutes and saw the whole tutoring session.
Did you hurt her?
Concussion, broken arm. Other than that, she was okay. If I was a bit smarter and a bit more sober, I would have hit him instead.
So you went to prison?
I got paroled after a year, but that kind of thing sticks to you. Turns out there are a lot of forms where you have to disclose that kind of information.
Good, you're both here.
What, Steve?
Well, we have to shift a few things around here in the short term, Elizabeth. I know you've helped us on the dock before. I need you to fill in there for a week or two tops.
Okay, starting when?
Starting now. Wear a man down over there.
Was there an accident?
Do we have to change the sign in the warehouse?
No, nothing like that. Edward was arrested and taken away by the police.
Eddie?
What was the charge?
I'm not sure, but it had something to do with,
Maria?
yes, Maria. I'll let you know more when I do.
Well, just let me step outside for 5 minutes and I'll report to the doc.
Sounds good. Thank you. Is Chester here ready to go solo for a while?
Yes, sir. He picks up things very fast.
I won't disappoint you. Thank you.
And if you run into anything, there's 2 buttons you need to remember. That one will stop the line, and if you need me, pick up the phone, hit line 5, and we'll pick up at the dock. All clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
We're starting the line back up in about 2 minutes, so be ready. I don't know whether the police are going to come by and gather any additional statements, but if they do, just answer their questions.
Yes, sir. There is no way these are going out to the dumpster.
What a glorious sunset, hey, Professor Chumley?
Absolutely ripping, Professor Pointe. There's nothing like an ocean voyage to brighten one's holiday.
So placid, so tranquil.
Yet, no!
One is yearning for home, however. Our arrival at the port of London being...
Wait a tick. 3.5 days by coach to Montenegro from Transylvania. 12.5 days by ship, Montenegro to London. We left November 1st. Today is the 14th. 2 more days before docking at Old Blighty. Not that we have much to show for our efforts.
No, really, Chumley, what did you expect? One can hardly deem our pilgrimage a scientific expedition.
We were doing our Christian duty.
We were hunting for vampires in Transylvania. I told you not to read that book. What the devil is that?
Another sailor's body being tossed overboard, I should think.
Blasted nuisance on a charming night like this.
Well, they're Russian.
Ah, yes. How many does that make?
Oh, 1 or 2 a night since we sailed. I've quite lost count.
I shall write a stern letter to the shipping company. The name of the ship again, Chumley?
Zavod.
For foreigners, they do have a charming language, don't they? Zavod probably means moonlight or courageous.
It means factory. How is your chemical process proceeding?
Satisfactorily, thank you. The secret is in the clotting.
Good evening, Captain Shuvalov.
Shuvalov. I bring to you your libations, professors.
I say, Shuvalov, that seems a bit below your station. Are there no stewards?
No, Professor Pointe, not any longer.
Well, buck up. It's hard to keep good health these days. You're the captain. I thought it a breach of etiquette.
No, thank you. These drinks are compliments of the Lord.
Lord? I'm somewhat baffled, Shuvalov.
The Lord? The Lord you brought on board?
That we brought on board? Stuffing nonsense.
The only extra item we brought was that coffin-shaped thingy from Transylvania.
We inspected it at Castle Dracula on the night of All Hallows Eve, and it was as empty as a prostitute's promise.
We returned in the morning and took it with us.
You took a coffin as a souvenir?
Well, we purchased more than our share of postcards.
We fancied something indigenous. It's just an empty coffin.
We did cough up the additional luggage charge. We paid rather dearly for the privilege.
Not as dearly as I and my crew have paid. That coffin is not empty, you fools! You poor, sad fools! Drink up and go to your cabin. If I had enough sailors left to guard you, I'll clap you in irons!
This is a very deep red.
I say, this isn't port, is it?
No, it's not port. Oh my God, I would like to kill you both!
Yet you have not done so. Seems a bit irresolute.
I am protected from the Lord. Before he comes for me, he will come for you!
Rubbish! Humbug!
Shuvalov!
Chumley, no!
Oh my giddy aunt, what's wrong?
This is blood, Chumley.
What type?
What type?
Well, I've never imbibed blood before. Is there a good year?
Good evening. I am Voctorita.
Delighted to meet you.
Charmed. Vasilika?
Lord Vasilika. Dracula.
Oh, I say, that is a coincidence.
Please, do sit down, Lord Vasilika.
Just Vasilika, please. I will detain you only briefly. This is a glorious night for a swim. Professor Pointe.
No, that would be me, actually.
And Professor Chumley.
Spot on.
I believe the code amongst British gentlemen is that assistance must always be rendered to a fellow gentleman in distress.
Quite accurate.
Why? Do you know one?
I refer to myself, Professor. One morning I go happily to sleep in my own home. I awaken on board this ship, manhandled, abducted.
Unconscionable. Not to be endured.
I agree.
Do you know the rotter who did this to you?
Ah, yes, that would be you, actually.
Pointe! You bounder!
And you.
Well, I deny that.
I protest, Vasilika. We did not abscond with your person. All we brought on board was a...
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie indeed.
I am most dreadfully embarrassed.
To be fair, though, how could we know you were in there? The coffin was empty when we examined it.
During the night? Of course it was empty during the night.
Well, if you're going to play hide and seek in a coffin, it's hardly our... It's not... we... Oh.
Exactly. I thought perhaps this was a pleasure cruise and the ship would eventually circle back. Where are we bound, please? Italy? Oh, Spain?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
England.
England? Oh, Jesus Christ on a cracker. You must take me home.
My flat is hardly sufficient, my lord. We might squeeze.
To my home, imbecile! It is your duty as British gentlepeoples.
Well, he has a point.
Even if we could convince Captain Shuvalov to change course, how would we explain our failure to conduct our classes next week? Will Oxford grant you another month? I should certainly be sacked from Cambridge. I am truly sorry, my lord, but changing course is out of the question.
I say, Pointe, do take a moment to think it over.
Might I have a moment alone with Professor Pointe?
Unchaperoned?
Might I have a moment alone with Professor Pointe?
Back in a tick. I am rather thirsty.
So am I. Professor, do you know who I am?
Well, yes, I do.
And you know I could easily kill you.
I would regard that as ungentlemanly behavior. I apologize for my blunt remark.
Do you know your fate if I were to have you for supper?
I would become like you, sleeping by day in a coffin and rising at night to feed upon the blood of the living.
No, you would be dead. Where do you get that stuff? Could you walk into a gentleman's club in London and say, "Hello, I'm a member"? There is a ceremony. I would slice a vein in my breast, right here, and you would drink of my blood. Then, after you die, that is how you acquire my membership card. If I drink your blood, you are dead. That's it. Do you want to join me, Pointe? Is that what I can give you?
No, I must conclude my experiments with curds and whey.
Tell me, Professor. Tell me of your experiments.
I am concocting a new cheesy dish.
Cheesy dish, yes.
To pasteurize milk, I add bacterial culture and rennet. It clots the milk. It's the clotting that does it.
I adore clotting. Tell me more of this clotting.
This results in curds and whey, common enough actually, but if you cook it and separate the whey from the curds, the result is a new and delightful dish.
Delightful!
I shall call it cheese curds. Oh, what is happening to me?
It is an erection. Oh. Wait, is this the first time you've had an erection?
What is this damnable feeling?
Shh, Professor, think soft thoughts. Curds and whey. Curds and whey.
Curds and whey. Along came a spider. No offense, my lord. Has a decision been reached?
Shall I tell you the consequences of bringing me to England?
It's going away. It's going away, oh thank God.
What are the consequences, my lord?
It will be a plague, gentlemen. A plague of blood. A plague of like the which has been unknown since the Middle Ages.
I think you might be overestimating your plaguiness, Vasilika. Chumley?
Yes, a wee bit.
I shall be a pestilence upon your land. Thousands shall die, hundreds of thousands of Englishmen dead because of me. Women, children, the elderly. Ooh.
They've had their moment, haven't they?
Are you listening to me? If you could save one life now in front of you, would you do it?
Well,
Yes, I think so.
Over you go, sailor boy!
I
don't
say!
do that.
You'll see how easy that is. You can save a multitude of your countrymen by enduring a minor inconvenience. Well?
I think we must needs dissect your terminology. Minor inconvenience. What?
Quite. Returning you to Transylvania while adhering to the precepts of chivalry would not be a minor inconvenience. It would be very, 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 very inconvenient.
People will die! Can you be so blind, so foolish, so heartless?
Oh, yes,
Undoubtedly.
we
Yes.
can.
Very well, but this is not what I wanted.
Just like a woman.
Stubborn and unscientific until death.
After death.
After death, yes. All this nonsense. Thousands will die. Millions will die. Tommy rot. No one is going to die.
No one is going to die.
Vampir! 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 Vampir!
Open this door right now. Hello?
Jeez, hold your horses. You're gonna pop a blood vessel or something.
I said open up.
Oh, we're looking for the factory.
Yep, this is it. Except you came to the back entrance. You're gonna want to go around to the front to reception.
The factory? This is the factory?
Yep. What can I do you for?
I told you we didn't need to come. This is nothing to worry about.
I am here to serve a cease and desist order. You are hereby ordered to stop using the factory as your name of business. It is a trademark infringement.
A what?
A trademark infringement. Your business is using our name, and it must stop immediately.
I don't understand.
Your business, whatever it is called the factory. But I established my factory, the factory, first.
So, where is your factory?
New York City.
Oh, Lord. Floyd! We got some big city folk here. You better get in here and bring your lawyer.
Just because you are in the middle of... Where are we anyway? Does not mean you can take advantage of the name and reputation of my factory.
What do you people do here?
Oh, what can I do you for?
They say that we took their name, the factory, and they say we can't call ourselves the factory anymore.
What? Our name? The factory? Oh, come on now. There are tons of factories out there. There's the Cheesecake Factory, the Old Spaghetti Factory.
I am talking about the factory.
Look, I don't know why you city people even care about us. We're certainly not giving you any competition for whatever it is you do.
What do you do? I mean, you don't look like any factory workers I've ever seen before.
You're asking us what we do? Well, we create art.
Music, painting, silk screening, sculpture, film.
Movies? Anything we've ever seen?
That's a lot of things to make in one factory.
Again, it's not just any factory, it's the factory. Debbie, help me, please.
For your information, you are in the presence of Andy Warhol, famed pop culture artiste.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I have no idea who that is. All I know is we're trying to go about our business running this factory. Me and Margie here have been holding down the fort for 15 years now. Took it over when my father died. This trouble here with you, well, it's not what we wanted. We're just simple folk trying to scratch out a living, making soup.
You're joking, right? You run a soup factory and you have no idea who Andy Warhol is?
Can't say I do.
Wait. Isn't he that weird guy that made art out of Campbell's soup cans?
Yes, that is me. I am Andy Warhol, Campbell soup artist and originator of the factory.
No, it can't be. That guy's dead. Someone shot him. Right about the time that we took over the soup business. I saw it on the news.
I can assure you, I am very much alive. Now, can we please get back to the issue I am here to discuss? I insist that you stop calling your business the factory. In fact, if you do not stop, I will have to sue your business and your 15 minutes of fame will be over.
Well, I sure hope you have someone back in New York City looking over your factory while you're here. Me? I gotta go check on the line. We're having a shift change.
Margie, could you bring back some snacks for these nice folks? Didn't you pick up some cheese curds this morning? Oh, so tell me more about the factory.
Well, it's a meeting place for artists and musicians and creative types where we experiment and create new art.
There's also celebrities and drugs.
So what do you do there?
Drugs.
I'm a musician with a band. Blondie. Rapture. Tide is High. Heart of Glass.
Apparently your 15 minutes of fame haven't hit Wisconsin yet.
Yeah, well, this doesn't sound like anything we have around here, at least that I know about. Listen, Andy, I'm sure we can work something out. Nobody in New York City is going to care about the factory in Wisconsin that makes soup. I mean, our factories really have nothing in common other than the fact that you make art with soup cans. Hey, if you want to make some art with our soup cans, I can give you a few samples. It could be good exposure.
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, shift change is over. Brought you some cheese curds.
What are these?
What do you do with them? Smoke them?
Well, if you want the smoky flavor, you smoke them first, but you eat them.
Interesting.
A mild taste. Slightly salty.
Yes. With a rubbery texture.
Wait a minute. Do you hear that? What am I hearing?
That squeaking sound.
What's making that sound?
That's how you tell the cheese curds are fresh.
They squeak against your teeth when you eat them.
Fascinating.
I've never experienced anything like this before. What are these called again?
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds. No, the squeaking of these cheese curds can be very rhythmic, almost musical.
This could be the new sound you are looking for. We need to get some of these cheese curds into a recording studio with you.
You creative types have some pretty strange ideas. Soup cans as art, cheese curds for music. I may not understand it all, but at least what you're doing is tasteful.
Debby, look.
What? Floyd, what are they looking at? Look, those are fresh. I just picked them up this morning.
Each curd is different. None the same. The size, the shape, the thickness.
It's like they each have their own personality.
Since when does cheese have personality?
This will be my next series of silk screens. We'll photograph an entire series of cheese curds to be turned into silk screens.
Brilliant.
Genius.
Ridiculous.
Well, hey, you two, we really need to get back to work. Listen, Margie and I don't really plan on being in this business much longer. Do you think maybe we can still call ourselves the factory for now? I have no idea how you guys even found us out here, and I doubt anyone else will.
How about this? I will buy you out of your factory, so we have a space to open a Midwest version of the factory, one that will create music and art based on cheese curds.
Well, Margie and me always wanted to buy ourselves an RV and see the country. What do you say, Margie? We could finally start traveling to all those places we wanted to go.
Hell yeah. But I have a tip for you too. If you crank out any more of that soup can art, you're going to want to make a lot of those cream of mushroom cans. You could make a fortune selling those around here.
But wait, we need to know where to buy cheese curds. You said they need to be fresh, right? We need a local source.
Well, there's no good place in town, but just over the county line, there is a great place to pick up cheese curds. Oh, what's that place called, Margie?
The factory.
Among a disheveled and messy factory room, Randy, Eric, and Michelle enter.
Okay. This room looks pretty secure. It's very clear the doors can stay here for the night. Eric, would you start with that door, please?
Dad, I'm tired. Can you just...
Eric, I'm tired too, okay? I had to leave the whole way with you complaining the entire time. Block the door now.
On it.
Sweetie, why don't you have a seat? Rest a bit.
Okay, Dad.
Those some quick moves back there, son. I know I didn't teach you those.
No, I've been practicing on my own. My friend Ben has been showing me these old movies with this guy named Bruce Lee. I've been trying to be more like him.
Well, you did take that one empty to the woodshed.
Yeah, you owe me for that one. He almost had you.
You have to hit them so hard.
Michelle sits close to her father for support. He puts his arm around her to warm her up.
Yeah, we do, sweetie. It didn't used to be like that, though.
How so?
Well, those first few years after it started, we could just shoot the MPs. We had guns and ammunition everywhere. But no one thought that the bullet makers can stop making bullets, and we ran out. So now we got all these guns, but nothing to shoot out of them.
That's not good.
Yeah, we were pretty stupid back then. We didn't think it would last for 15 years. 15? No. 16? Jeez, I'm losing track of time. They are a lot fewer of them than there were back then, though. But I've heard that the bigger cities are still a problem. Honestly, I'm so surprised winter doesn't wipe more of them out.
Yeah, last winter wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I know, but still, if a regular person wearing regular clothes stayed out all winter, they wouldn't make it. The infection, it must help them somehow survive the winter.
Dad, where are we?
I think we've made about 20 miles of progress today. Yeah, that's pretty good. We should be down to Chicago in 2 weeks.
What did this place used to be?
What did that sign say that was above the door outside?
Something about dairy state products?
Cheese! Dairy State Cheese. Oh, wow. It's been a while since I thought of them. Like, this used to be a factory where cheese was made.
What is cheese?
Sorry, what is cheese? What is cheese? Well, my lad, cheese is what this area was known for.
And it is?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how they made it. I know they started with milk, and then they did something to
Wait. Milk?
Yeah, but not like a mother's milk. We got ours from cows.
You drank milk from another animal?
Well, yeah.
Gross.
Oh, it was good. You drink a lot of it. You put it on your cereal, you have it with your dinner, you make pancakes with it.
Could they not get milk after it happened?
Well, someone figured out that the empties could infect the cows. They didn't turn them or anything, just they could pass along the infection through their milk. So we had to stop consuming everything we got out of them.
What was cheese, Dad?
Oh, yes, sorry. Cheese. So they took cow's milk and they did something to it. I don't know what. And then somehow it curdled and became solid.
So you ate solid milk?
Kind of.
Ugh.
Okay, there are different kinds, and we usually put them on other things. One of my favorites was a white cheese called mozzarella. We used to put it on pizza, and it was amazing. You could take a bite of that cheese, and it would just stretch out. You would try and get it to stretch out as far as you could before it broke. Then it would fall down on your chin. But the other popular kind of cheese was cheddar, which was an orange cheese. Mom and I, we used to shred the cheese and we'd put it on nachos or tacos or macaroni and cheese. But also, provolone was a very underrated cheese. It went great on sandwiches.
None of that sounds very appetizing.
But the best type of cheese was cheese curds.
What was that?
Okay, so they took some cheese pieces, maybe the size of your thumb. Then they would put them in a breading, deep fry them in a hot vegetable oil, get some ranch to dip it in.
Yeah, I'm sure you found that delicious.
Yeah, very much actually. I can't tell you how many times in college when my friends and I go to the store around us at the corner to get some cheese curds on a Sunday afternoon. We'd settle in, eat them, and just watch an entire day of the NFL. But I shouldn't tell you about how things used to be.
No, we love your stories of the old world.
Yeah, Dad, please don't stop.
Okay. I just feel badly talking about all the great things from before this started. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to go back to the way things used to be. You two were just babies then. You don't remember a thing.
No.
We just like to hear you talk about something that isn't the empties.
Okay. Yeah, Eric, why don't you help get a bed ready for your sister?
Okay.
You okay, sweetie?
No. Why would those people do that, Dad?
Randy holds her closer.
Well, it's been a long 15 years, and those folks are pretty old, so they've been through the whole thing.
But they made it this far. Why did they just join another faction?
Well, they probably...
Why did they have to kill themselves?
Michelle, I don't want... We aren't going to get much sleep if they're banging on the doors out there trying to get in because they heard you.
Then why did they do it, Dad? Why?
Well, I think that's one of the big things that separates us from the empties. We can make our own decisions.
They shouldn't have decided that.
Well, it's their decision to make, okay? It was their lives. We don't know what they were thinking when they decided to do what they did.
Have you ever thought about doing that, Dad?
Yes.
What?
How could you?
Well, obviously I didn't do it.
When was this?
2 years after it started.
Is that when...
Mom died. Yeah.
Why?
Why not? I had a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. My wife had just been taken by the empties. All those plans that she and I made just a few years prior were never going to happen. We had hoped that we would raise the two of you and you'd each do a good mix of theater and sports in middle and high school and go off to college and we'd buy a cabin on a secluded lake and go visit one of you guys at Thanksgiving and the other one at Christmas. But I realized that none of that was going to happen. Almost nothing even close to that was going to happen.
What would have happened to us?
Well, I would have had to reunite the two of you with your mom. But she loved you too so much. But I knew that if the empties had found us, I couldn't run with the two of you. And I couldn't hold them off while you escaped. Michelle, you could barely walk. If the empties had found us, we would all die. Probably very painfully. What that older couple did, it is an attractive alternative.
Better dead than empty, I guess.
This isn't what I wanted. Almost nothing in the past 15 years is what I wanted. But in that moment, alone, mom gone, looking after 2 children, I couldn't come up with an argument as to why we should keep going.
What changed, Dad?
I figured out that this isn't what anybody wanted, okay? We weren't alone. In that moment, a miracle happened. I heard voices from a convoy of people going to what would eventually become our home.
The encampment.
Yes, the encampment. A group of survivors had just taken up a refuge on the campus of Northern Michigan University. Plenty of space, loads of resources. They even started the campus power plant. We met other survivors, made some new friends. Thankfully, there were teachers in the group because Lord knows I wasn't going to be able to teach you 2 to read.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats. By the grace of God, we found a home. And a
But
purpose.
that was a long time ago. You haven't thought about it since then, right? right?
Well, you sure are full of confessions today, aren't you?
What's going on?
Well, kids, before the disease of the empties, we had to deal with another disease called cancer. Killed a lot of people as well. It didn't turn them into anything, just it completely shut down your vital organs and spread to other ones. Took my grandpa and took mom's dad. We'd gotten better at fighting it, but there still wasn't a cure. And, well, there's a certain type that only men can get, and we can feel a tumor on one of our, you-know-whats.
Yeah?
Well, I can feel one on one of my you-know-whats. If I did nothing about it, it would slowly kill me, making me miserable for a few months before finally dying. I didn't want that.
Isn't there anything you can do?
Well, we are doing something.
Wait, is this why we're going to Chicago? I thought we were going to see your brother.
We are going to Chicago to see my brother. He's a doctor, and he's been working out of a hospital for a while now. I was able to talk to him on the radio last week, and I told him everything that was happening.
Couldn't Dr. Wilkes back at the encampment help you?
I mean, no, she's an orthopedist. I mean, she can help with broken bones and things like that, but she can't help me. But she is confident that your Uncle Matt can.
Well, I'm glad we're going to Chicago.
Thanks.
Me too, Dad. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Well, I'm sure someone at the compound will look after the two of you. I mean, we got a lot of good people in our community.
Still. Besides, who would tell us about all the cool things from the old days?
Yeah, someone has to be a vessel of useless knowledge.
Hey, it's not useless. Though I should start writing stuff down, though. And I'm sure a lot of people in the future would love to hear the legend of Lambeau Field.
What's that?
Why don't you get into your sleeping bags, the both of you, and I'll take the first watch and I'll tell you all about it as you fall off to sleep. Well, Lambeau Field was the home of the Green Bay Packers of the National Football League. Winners of 4 Super Bowls.
Dad,
Yeah.
I'll take the lead tomorrow. We're going to get you to Uncle Matt's hospital.
I know. Close your eyes. Well, Lambeau Field was officially named so in 1965, I think. But before that, it was just City Stadium, but it was named after Curly Lambeau.
Curly.
It was only a nickname.
Curtain.
The lights come up on a line of people waiting to get into the Rutherford Metal Components factory. Production workers stand in line, drinking coffee, some of them in homemade masks. Donnie enters and sees Cord is alone.
10 hot.
Donnie, what the fuck is the matter with you? And what the hell are you doing? How many times have I had to tell you it's not 10 hut, it's attention.
Donnie, I would have told you.
Oh, come on, Ben. We were just having a couple of laughs. Cord didn't mind. Well, you said I had to help her get her sense of humor back.
All right, take it easy, everybody. And Donnie, I said get her sense of humor back, not trigger her PTSD.
Oh, what am I, an invalid? I'm fine. And I guess it's okay that I spilled my coffee since I won't need caffeine after a start like that. Donnie, where's your mom anyway?
Looks like you're on your own, little sis. That cold she has is now turned into pneumonia. She's headed to the doc today.
What? Jesus, suck it up, woman.
Easy.
What is it with you and your family, Donnie? You'll never sleep, and when you do, it's usually because you've passed out. Can't take care of yourself, can't take care of a cold, and every damn shift I have to listen to. Don't worry, Cordelia Ann, it'll all come out in the wash. Or, Cordelia Ann, better get yourself a feller, tick-tock, young lady. And don't even get me started on your mom's comments about my wardrobe. I don't know, maybe I'm glad she's out sick today, except for the fact that it'll double my workload on a 12-hour shift.
Cordy, mind your manners. Donnie's mom is going through enough right now with being sick.
Well, at least this line will get moving now.
Not likely very fast. Everyone has to have their temperature taken before they go in.
Coronavirus?
Yep.
Well, I had that last week. After I put about 6 of them down and went out and got another 24-pack. Doesn't that sound like a coronavirus to you, Cord?
Sounds like a sickness, all right.
Well, Cordelia Ann, how dare you talk to your elders that way? Didn't they teach you any respect in the military, Cordelia Ann? Cordelia Ann, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Aw, shit.
Well, you don't gotta take it literally. I mean, I was just joking.
Nah, you conjured her up, Donnie. Mama's here. Hey, Mama.
Deanna enters carrying 2 zipped refrigerator lunch packs.
Well, I thought I might catch you 2 in line. Made you some healthy lunches, except for a little something that your Aunt Susan sent from Wisconsin.
No.
Cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
Oh. Squeaky too.
Oh, Donnie, I heard about your mother at church services today. The phone call tree for the Sisters of Prayer has been activated. We're all praying for her.
Well, it sure is nice of you all, Mrs. Hall. Thank you.
Do you need me to make your family some dinner? Maybe a pie?
Gosh, no. My sister's been staying with us. We'll be fine.
Well, you let me know if you need anything. Ben, honey, they aren't requiring you kids to wear masks yet?
No, Mom, not yet. We've only had about 5 cases and it doesn't really seem to be spreading.
Let's hope not. Well, I've got to get the shopping done and I'll see you for dinner tonight. Cordelia Ann, did you even wash your face before work this morning? And your clothes have something spilled on them.
Cord, it looks like you got some coffee or something on you.
Shut up, Donnie.
Oh, hey, Marco, where are you going?
Well, 100-degree temp gets us sent home, so that's where I'm going. And I can't come back for 14 days. It's just stupid.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, between the union being gone and this eating up my PTO, I might as well move to St. Louis. Have fun working doubles when everyone gets sent home over a hangnail.
Wow. Well, Mark and Jim gone and your mom, Donnie, our crew is down to 4 to get the day shift done. I hope Mama's making something for dinner she can hold.
Ben Hall to Mr. Rutherford's office. Ben Hall to the office.
And it looks like I'm being held. Please don't kill each other.
I won't promise anything.
Seriously, did you have to scare me like that this morning? This might not just be coffee on my jeans.
From the bottom of my heart, I don't know why I did that, Cordy. I'm sorry. It's just the list that never ends, you know? The shift that gets extended for 3 more hours because a little thermometer says that someone's got a little fever. I mean, we just need some fun around here.
I hear you, just not at my expense.
Yeah, I know. Just hold on. Speaking of fun. Hey, Paigey Poo. How you doing, you little French fry?
Paige enters, pushing a cart.
Donnie, don't be such a tool.
Oh, did you hear that, Cord? She's talking about my tool. I think that's the most attention I've ever gotten from Miss Paige. What do you think?
I think you're about 3 seconds away from a sexual harassment claim there, Don.
I don't know. Come on, girls.
Oh, and then he calls us girls.
Well, damn it. I might as well just stop talking.
Oh, don't feel bad, Donnie. Most of us are used to seeing you put your foot in your mouth most of the time.
Foot in mouth? Or like head up.
Oh, hey.
Come on, Donnie. It's just a joke.
I was actually coming over here to be nice, to see if anybody wanted some baked goods.
Paige turns and walks away.
Shoot. Paige's Bakery beats about anything in this town. Food-wise, except maybe for your mom pies, but...
Yeah, well, growing up in Wisconsin, her mom would make strawberry, cherry, apple, any kind of pie that had fruit in it in Wisconsin.
I know. I mean, she told me that they used to melt cheddar cheese on apple pie.
Yeah, it was Kobi, Wisconsin. In fact, she and Grandma's strawberry rhubarb pie is still a favorite at the Abbey Cafe in Abbotsford.
Local heroes.
You might say. Man, when Ben and I would spend our summers up there, Grandma would make a pie almost every day. And the crab apples, she'd can them and she'd say, now you go on down in that cellar and pick you each a jar of crab apples for eating. There was nothing like a couple crab apples and an ice cold Pepsi from the corner store after working out on the farm all day.
Was that before your dad?
Yeah, Donnie, that's why I get on you so much about your drinking. Our dad was the same way. He was all about having a beer or 12. And then one day, boom, he was gone.
I remember. I remember Ben working all the time after you lost your dad. He never had any fun. But I know now. He was looking out for you. He was so proud of you when you became a Marine. You didn't see anybody so proud of someone like you were his own kid. Every picture you sent, every letter, he'd show them to us. And those care packages, shoot, half of that crotcheted stuff was from my mom. And she's proud of you too, Cord. Although we couldn't figure out for the life of us why you decided to come back here. Why? Why'd you come back here to work in this damn place?
It's just not that simple, Donnie.
Well, with Ben working all those years, and you getting a chance like the Marines, don't you kind of owe it to yourself to do, well, more?
Donnie, this isn't what I wanted. It's just, after 3 tours, I saw too much. I needed to just clear my head, to let all the stress go away and get back on my feet, to get these images out of my head.
You would think, like, do you have an idea or something you want to do?
What about you, Donnie? Factory work and beer? Is that it? Being a dirty old man to Paige? Do you know what you want to do?
Cord, I was never going to be good for anything. Life's too comfortable. I got my mom, got a paycheck, my Xbox, a few beers. What else does a dumb guy like me need?
I think there's a lot more to you than that, Donnie. A dumb guy wouldn't consider if I had a vision for my life.
No?
No.
Oh, shoot, that's just my mom talking. Just like she does with you, Cord. I mean, she talks to all of us kids that way. Guess I do kind of sound like her now. I guess I should be proud of that. Great timing, Pagey Poo. The coffee's hitting.
Well, you can't go in until you get your temperature taken. Looks like it's the porta potties for you.
Damn, I hate those things.
So, did you need anything? Well, if you're sure, of course, with your mom's pies, I'm not surprised.
Oh, let me see what you have. Business must be slow with this whole pandemic thing going on.
Oh, that's right. What do you think? What do you New York makes them?
I like it. I mean, it's not as good as the real thing, but I like it.
And business hasn't been that bad. But you guys don't work, I don't work. Although, as you can see, everything is individually wrapped. Prices have increased due to the cost of raw materials, but I am still making the most nutritious whole ingredients that I can. There's even gluten-free if you need it.
Oh, I don't eat gluten-free.
You don't? I just thought with you being in such good shape that you'd eat gluten-free.
Oh, with my mom's pies? Oh, no. Of course not. I eat all kinds of gluten.
Well, I know you like coffee. Or not?
No, I just spilled some in line here this morning.
Oh, I have coffee.
Well, thank you.
Now, how about a warm scone to go with that coffee? I have cinnamon raisin, blueberry, strawberry rhubarb.
I'm sorry, what?
Strawberry rhubarb. Oh, my grandparents grew up in this little town in Wisconsin, and they always had rhubarb and strawberries.
My mom grew up in a small town in Wisconsin.
What? I didn't know that. My grandparents are from Edgar.
My mom's right down the road from Kobi.
Then you must know about the strawberry rhubarb pie at the Abbey
Cafe.
Shut up!
That pie recipe was developed by my mom and my grandma.
Of course. That is so amazing. Hands down, my favorite pie of all time.
Oh, I'll take a cinnamon raisin scone.
Oh, of course. You didn't happen to inherit some of those baking skills, did you?
Taught by the best.
Would you like to come over and bake sometime? I mean, just for fun, not like you're working for me or anything. I mean, I could pay you if you want to, but I just thought that maybe we could hang out and bake some stuff and listen to music and maybe hang out and, like, you know.
Hey, Paige, I would like that.
Me too.
What I miss.
Donnie, are you hungry?
Yep, just cleared out the pipes and gotta fill them again.
How are you not married?
Great. What do you need? A donut, a scone, a cinnamon roll.
2 cinnamon rolls.
All right, there you go. That'll be $5, please.
Oh, Paige, I forgot to pay you for my scone.
No, you didn't.
Hey, what's going on? Why ain't this line moving?
Hey, Ben, what's going on?
They're shutting her down.
Shut what down?
The plant. The whole thing is shutting down until they can make sure we aren't spreading the COVID-19 virus into our plant.
Holy cow, I thought we only had like 4 cases.
Well, we just had 11 more confirmed, and
what?
Look, Donnie, I'm gonna take you home.
Oh, hold on. We don't have to work. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Dude, what's going on?
Donnie, it's your mom.
Do they have to hospitalize her? I knew it. Dang, I knew that cold wasn't just a cold. You said it, Cord. I mean, can't take care of ourselves. We don't sleep unless we're passed out. Just
Donnie, she's gone. She's gone.
Was it?
Do you think so?
Donnie, I'm so sorry. Those things I said this morning, how I was complaining about her.
It was so quick. My ma, Ben, Cord, my mom is gone.
Donnie, we're gonna take you home and we're gonna stay with you.
No, you're not. Why? So you get it too, and then I lose my best friends?
We've been around you. We probably already have had.
Don't you say that. Don't say that, Cord. Is that supposed to help?
Donnie, settle down.
Settle down?
Okay, Donnie, you go ahead and be upset, but let me handle this for you. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take you to a hotel just for a few days. Just a hotel for you and your sister until we can figure out what we can do at the house. Cord's right. We've already been around you, but we'll keep our distance so we don't spread anything. And we'll bring you meals and just please let us take care of you.
Okay. But Cord, I'm gonna need you to be there too. Will ya?